Okay, my friends, I guess it's come to this. We're going to have to start our own real school. I need some people to contact me that are willing to really step up and make Mud Fossil University a real full-time school, big-time school, because this is the problem. We have, specifically, most of it is my research, and I am 100% willing to be the content director of the whole thing. But here's the problem. The fields that are wrong right now, all of these different fields are wrong. Geology's not right at all. These are biology. These are biological body parts. And a goose. I've shown this over and over. I have DNA tests. I have CAT scans. I have specimens. I have giant humans. Atomic physics, totally wrong. I've shown the light accelerate. I've shown the particles. I've shown all that stuff. Space is loaded with these particles because they're coming out of the sun, and every luminous body there is, they're everywhere. So the space Hubble telescope is not, we have no idea where we are because light can slow down coming through thicker, nothing's homogeneous out there, and it is loaded with particles. So we're really lost in space, to be perfectly honest with you. The history's completely wrong because we know now there's giants, there's new species that we never knew about before, no toes and things like this, giants and dragons and everything else. Archaeology's obviously wrong, anthropology quite obviously wrong. Our origins, which we were told, that's ridiculous now. So now, if you're an intelligent person, you want to become intelligent, and you think you're intelligent, and you want to go to get taught something intelligent, would you pay for this stuff? Not a thing there is correct. Zero is correct. I can show every one of these, and I have shown them over and over and over and over on my channel, Mud Fossil University on YouTube. And now we have to make this into a regular school, figure out a plan to make it available to everyone at a very, very low cost, or, well, obviously I'd like to see it free, but I find it hard to get good help when you don't pay them. All right, so let's see what happens here. Something's going to happen. This is ridiculous. All of that stuff is wrong. Every bit of it's wrong. Now, if you want to pay for wrongness, and I'm going to tell you what, I can show you all of these things are very wrong. Have them talk to your professors about dragons. How come you're not talking about the dragon in Morocco? This gigantic dragon. That's the dragon's head right there. And that's his throat running right down there. And these are all the dragon scales that run down the dragon scale throat. You see, those are dragon scales. Those aren't just mountains. And that is one gigantic dragon. It runs all the way across North Africa. And there's some more of his tail back here. You see that? All the dead decay running. This is what they call effluent running off of dead decaying body parts. And that dragon was doing exactly what they showed on a coin. He was attacking a fish. That gigantic fish. All right, and he spit his dragon spit all over him, which is a venom which is identical to the most noxious venoms there are, which are toxic venoms. Look at this coming right out when it's just emitting from his throat. Look at this. That is nasty looking stuff. And that came down from his throat, right here, and landed on that fish's back on the fin, and ate away at his vital flesh. And these are little blood vessels. These are tiny little blood vessels. And we all have them feeding every single spot in your entire body. That would have been blood running through there. And little blood ran over here. Little bits and pieces ran everywhere to feed the tissues. This is exactly what tissue looks like in anybody's body. It has to feed all of these little blood vessels. You see that? And these are basically, they're just little arterial branches running down to feed them. Now, it attacked that fish. The fish is obviously dead. The dragon's obviously dead. The Sahara Ocean, which was here, drained out and created Cape Verde Islands. Ask about that. I mean, just look at it. You can see it just swished right out there. And this is quite obviously plowed into here, and then it filled up this and then swished around the edges. Okay, my friends, you've all seen the red laser, and you've seen it concussing with light in the air. You've seen it accelerating. It appears to be accelerating to me. Now, you've seen the actual particles. There they are right there. And they are streaming out of that wave because we put it through a venturi. It's split. This is just, the light is a particle, as you saw, and it's a wave because it has a magnetic field surrounding the particle. So that's the particle-wave duality. It accelerates. All of that stuff is wrong. That's what you've been told about physics and light. And the stuff that's in space, that's coming out of space, is not just rocks either. I will discuss this with anyone. Any one of these topics with your professors and so forth. What you should do is approach them and say, you're going to have to talk about this because what you teach us isn't right. Unless you want to just keep paying them so you can get a piece of paper. But I'm going to tell you something right now. There'll come a point in time when that paper will be meaningless, which is right now. Now, I'm not against education of learning how to do things, how to program things and how to fix things and how to use chemistry and all that stuff. Yes, absolutely, 100%, no question whatsoever. I'm for that in spades. But for this, all of this stuff here, 100% of this is theoretical. Because geology, they think they know what they're doing. No, they absolutely don't. As I showed you, they told me this is just rocks. These are rocks. Oh, no. Even Yale and Harvard, all of them. Even after my DNA tests on my CAT scans and everything on my other, it's 100% is understood now, but they still cannot bring themselves to say we were wrong because this really brings that house of cards down. And that's the time to do it right now.